Hi, beautiful soul. It feels so good to have you here with me today. We are having the message of you finally being your true self, your authentic self. So show yourself your true self. They can already see something in you that is your light. So you have been wearing so many masks in order to fit in society, right? And now it is time to let go of those masks in order to show your authentic self. Everybody wants to see who you really are. The thing is, your essence, only you have that. You are so unique in this whole universe, right? So it is what you do, only you can do that the way you do it. What you say, only you can say that the way you say it because of your life experiences that are so unique, because of your life circumstances that are so unique. So show your true self behind the mask, and even the mask behind the mask, take them off in order to let shine your true self, your authentic self, which is the integration of your human nature as well as your divine nature. The more you can accept that self, including the light aspect and the shadow aspect, the more you show your true power, the more you can speak more authentically and more freely. Show the world and your loved ones your wholeness, right? It's not about denying some aspect of yourself. And when you happen to fall down, put your crown back on your head and continue on the journey. So it's not about being one perfect version of yourself because you are your authentic self. No, you are allowed to do what we call mistakes, because in life there are no real mistakes. The Empress is coming here for you to have that confirmation that you get to be the most powerful and abundant version of yourself. Beingness is the divine feminine, right? And the doing can come from the divine masculine. So the other card that came is the Page of Pentacles, reminding you to use your creativity, those ideas that you have, in order to birth into the reality we live in, all the dreams, the desires that are in your heart, that are in the authentic self that you are. When you give yourself permission to do all those mistakes and understand that you are still a divine being, despite having what you call your missteps, you give yourself permission to create what you were actually sent on this earth to create, your divine mission. So I want to read the message of the Empress for us because I love the archetype of the Empress, the divine feminine. So the Empress, the divine feminine, prolific creativity, fertility, motherhood, unity, the goddess, sensuality, nurturing, abundance, empathy, unconditional love, unification of mind, body, spirit. And then the shadow aspect of the Empress is infertility, emotional overwhelm, shutting down, the need for self-care, disharmony, negligence, being materialistic, being overprotective of your creations, being overly dependent on others. This Gaian Empress radiates fertile energy, positive outcomes, and unconditional love. This flourishing creative energy is of the earth, so bring your dreams from the ethereal realms and ground them. Share them, birth them. Her bountiful abundance is always available to you, and she reminds you to find her regenerative beauty everywhere. You are entering a time of profound healing and blessings, and if you are feeling any lack of inspiration or possibilities, to seek to heal your physical temple and to nourish your soul by embodying her shining creative essence. So those dreams that you have, bring them, birth them into this reality. And the way to do this is to heal your physical body so that you are full of energy. That life force energy is also your creative energy. For example, I did for myself a carrot and celery juice right here to nourish my body while I'm doing my divine mission. So I will drink a little bit and we will continue with the Empress. Alright, beautiful soul. You are entering a time of profound healing and blessings, and if you are feeling any lack of inspiration or possibilities, seek to heal your physical temple and to nourish your soul by embodying her shining creative essence. Embody Your Feminine Energy is one course that I'm creating. If you are interested, if it speaks to you, then it's on my website, femininerebirth.com. Okay. Continue to move calmly and gracefully in the direction of that which whispers yes. This card often affirms that you are on the right track, so keep growing, beautiful seer, and work with the nature of your situation instead of against it. The activation or affirmation is, I am ready to give birth to my abundantly rich future. I am ready to give birth to my abundantly rich future. That is the message that the Empress has for us today. And then you use that to ground the things that you want to create. At the same time that you are dreaming, you are also taking the practical actions to ground it in this reality. And the more you use your authentic self, the easier it seems to you. And this is how you create this material and spiritual abundance where you feel like you are divinely guided in this mission, like the Queen of Pentacles is telling us here. She represents this material aspect of the Empress because the Empress is the four queens together. We have here the Queen of Pentacles, but the Empress is also the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Wands, right? She is all the four queens because she has that level of mastery and integration of all those aspects of herself. And you, with the Two of Pentacles here, creating constantly a life where you feel like this is my dream life. This is a life where I get to be the best version of myself. Having that balance, juggling the spiritual world and the material world, juggling your emotions and your logic, your intuition and your intellect. All of those allow you to create a life that you are really fulfilled and grateful for, right? So let's see what else we have here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the community card with the Three of Cups. So it's not about being alone on this journey, but understanding that you are supported too. Even if at times you will feel like you are challenged by your community, in order to grow, create a bubble where you are nourishing your energy, right? Healing your physical temple will allow you to have a bright energy and vitality that allows you to alchemize any perceived challenge, because the wands here can represent the challenges either internally or externally, or even from other people, like people from that community. They are not just there to love you and support you, but they are also there to challenge you to continue to grow, right? To challenge you to show your authentic self, to challenge you to continue to learn. Because the Ace of Swords is here to tell you that you need that clarity, that wisdom, that intellect, right? In order to be able to share your message more clearly and with more wisdom. All right, beautiful soul. Sometimes it is by going within that you will find all those answers on how to liberate yourself, to show the world your authentic self, right? With meditation, like the Hermit is telling us here. you get to liberate your authentic self. So I want to read for you the card of the Hermit, which is number 9. The Hermit, light seer, inner reflection, meditation, contemplation, soul searching, inner wisdom, spiritual mentor, finding your guide within, taking time away from the chaos of a busy life, hermiting. The shadow aspect, withdrawing from society, isolation, loneliness, forever seeking without healing, feeling like a misfit. So I will drink and ground myself so that we can continue. Take a deep breath in with me and out. Connect with that wise aspect of yourself and let your intuition guide you also in this message, right? So that you can take what is really for you and let go of the rest. But also so that you can be activated to take action on that inspiration that your intuition, your inner guidance is going to give you. All right. It's time to make space for your sacred aloneness and self-care. If you are feeling disconnected from your spiritual north, this time of solitary withdrawal will help you to connect with your own compass. Soul purpose, spiritual awakening, and deep inner wisdom spring from this energy. Sometimes we run the risk of being so introspective that we lose our connections to others, or worse, we can dive so deeply into our stories of struggle that we inadvertently begin to believe that our wounds will be part of our forever identity, which is an illusion, right? In the deepest trenches of self-discovery, we must remember that our continual search for our own healing and inner truth does not mean that we are not already whole and healed. Emerge from your inner retreat with beautiful insights from spirit and allow yourself to navigate the path with your brightly illuminated heart. The activation or affirmation of the Hermit is inner sage, inner mentor, inner guide. Show me my brightest light so that I may see with all of my heart. Inner sage, inner mentor, inner guide. Show me my brightest light so that I may see with all of my heart. So, the Hermit, going in the Hermit mode from time to time, will allow you to reconnect with that inner guidance, which is the divine talking to you through your intuition, so that you can see the clear path, the clarity, the wisdom to actually go ahead and start planting those seeds. Like the Page of Pentacles was telling us, you dream and you plant those seeds by taking inspired action. You create a beautiful life that will allow you to be your highest self. Layers by layers, you uncover that balance between all the things that you are juggling, the responsibilities, the connections, the love, the money, the material aspect of the world, the spiritual aspect of the world. You are able to juggle all of this so that you can finally access the mastery that will bring you so much abundance in your life. And ultimately, you get to be the Empress when you actually uncover that authentic self over and over again, remembering your divinity and your sovereignty, that royalty within you, in order to be more in your Empress mode, right? So I want to read the Queen of Pentacles for you as well, because she is here as the middle way between where you are, starting to planting those seeds, and then finally getting into the mode of the Empress as you uncover your authentic self more and more, and you get to make your mistakes, but learn from those mistakes, right? And you grow and grow until you are at the level of the Divine Feminine, which is the mastery. And on my webpage, femininerebirth.com, I have that bundle, which is like the Empress Pathway to Mastery, which is like all of my courses together, because we are going on this journey in order to access that level of mastery. And it's not like one day we attain it and we like, it's done, but it's like we are going in spiral, evolving and learning lessons, and we get to expand more and more, to grow and to heal more and more. That is our expansion. So the Queen of Pentacles, what is a message for us today? She is a healer, a working parent, a self-made person. Material wealth and abundance, strength in family and community. Like we saw with the Three of Cups, the community is an important aspect. You are not just evolving for yourself and for your well-being, but you also share what you have learned with the community. And you can choose what medium you will use to share your knowledge. So, strength in family and community, a kind and nurturing heart, groundedness, being down to earth, generosity. Financial stress in the shadow aspect, being self-absorbed, smothering others, helicopter parenting, overindulgence, work-home imbalances, materialism. I'll drink again and then we will continue. So remind yourself to slow down in order to nourish yourself first, because it's when your cup is full that you can generously give to other people instead of giving from a state of exhaustion. I had to learn this the hard way, right? Resting is so important. Self-care is so important in order to fulfill your divine mission and in order to have that state of receptivity that the Empress does so well, the Divine Feminine. This self-made queen reminds you to step into abundance by shifting any shadows you are holding onto around wealth and security. You are safe. Pay attention to your finances to level up your money game and give yourself permission to rise into the upper ranks. So I have this wealth receiving activation that I created in order to alchemize those limiting beliefs that we have around money and create an identity that allows us to receive large amounts of money with ease. If it calls you, then check it out on femininerebirth.com. This is a positive message of creature comfort and happiness. And this earthly medicine ushers in a life well lived in the material world. Connect with nature to find your calm, healing, and rooted power, and harness the abundance that's available to you by bringing groundedness to your situation. Shower others with warm blessings from a charitable heart, as loyalty, family, and community are themes at this time. Your nurturing and down-to-earth approach will give stability and support to those in your life. Don't overextend your energy and avoid enabling others by over-mothering them. They must learn to work on their own. Bring your self-worth and guidance and your glorious, powerful love. Your affirmation activation. I enjoy my deeply connected life and I lead it with an outpouring of warmth, abundance, and love. I enjoy my deeply connected life and I lead it with an outpouring of warmth, abundance, and love. Alright, this is the beautiful message that the Queen of Pentacles has for us. So you get to let others be responsible for their life, for their emotions as well, while you are working on yourself. Because then you become like a walking portal for healing and for inspiration for other people, where when they come in contact with you, they can feel that groundedness, that clarity that you have, which in turn inspire them to get to go on their own journey to have mastery and to become their own empress or emperor in their life, right? All right, beautiful soul. This is the message that I have for you today, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Until next time, stay very inspired. I love you so much. Mwah. Bye.